I went to Arizona State.
Right.
I'm a Sun Devil, man.
The 27-yard line. That's a great call. Blake Baker, Bubba will put it up, throws over the middle. Touchdown. Great play.
That's a way. Trying to center off with Eckerly, and he just missed the net. O'Reilly with the shot. Far down, he scores.
Come from behind for a month. Now with the lead, they're getting a little wobbly. But a downfield, they won't get him. Wow!
Edwards pulls off and buries the flag. Richardson tries, out for Robbie Ryan. Her three right on the money.
Daniels takes his shot for Darby.
What is up, my Pitchfork Lunch peeps? Happy Friday, whatever you want to call it here we are in Sun Devil country, and it is a phenomenal thing. So that being said, I am Michael Caratonito at Diablo00 on X, artist formerly known as the Twitter. Check out the show, Pitchfork Lunch, live there every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. Also, I know, yes, I remind you guys all the time. You can check it out on the good old IG at michael.caratonito.5. Yes, don't forget about that. Guys, YouTube, you guys know it, the YouTube channel as well. And coming in, you did see, speaking of YouTube, you did see that solo shot, the only run of the game against BYU earlier in the season. Conference play here at Farrington. And, man, I tell you what, kids, that was the freshman, Tiare Ho Ching, who hit the solo shot off of BYU's very dominant pitcher. Very dominant pitcher. And, gave the Devils the 1-0 win. Kenzie Brown mentioned had 18 strikeouts that game. But, again, just want to get a little flair because they start the LA Regional. But outside of the X and the IG, YouTube, guys, you can watch live on YouTube. Go to YouTube, watch live there, but subscribe to the channel because any shows you may have missed, you have missed a ton of phenomenal Sun Devils. Between coaches, players, voices, analysts, alum, all there, alum like me. And yes, graduation season going on. So forks up, congratulations to all the graduates. Now that you are an ASU alum. That being said, though, again, you can go to YouTube. You guys know how to get there. See, look, always gotta have the Pat's Run shirt on Fridays. Good old Pat Tillman. But yeah, go to YouTube and subscribe. You missed a ton of con reviews with, like I said, coaches, players, analysts, voices, alum. Everybody's there. So go to YouTube. You see my name, Michael Caratonito, but the page is at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ, 005 at MVC005 on YouTube, guys, and subscribe, watch away, enjoy all the good stuff. Plus, did you guys know this too? I remind you every day, if you are unable to watch, you can now listen to Pitchfork Lunch live on the greatest internet radio station on the web, the Casual Sports Radio Network. Guys, all you got to do is go to www.ksrnaz.com, click listen live. Page will open up, click listen live, hit play, bam, Monday through Friday. There's Pitchfork Lunch, thanks to Casual E, as we are rolling there. And again, love having the listeners on the Casual Sports Radio Network. You be all around the world, as Sun Devil content should be all around the world. And no, not just because athletically, I mean, they're pretty much rocking it and crushing it, as we all know, right? But yes, it's and I see a very most hideous, disturbing shirt on the other side of me right now. Anyway, that being said, but yes, go to KSRN. You can listen live. Casually again invited us in to be part of the KSRN family, get the Sun Devil content out there, which again, if anybody from that school down south is near you, make sure they hear it so they can feel better, understanding what a championship is like. So that in and of itself is phenomenal. But yeah. So, and again, I want you to watch, but don't watch and drive. And your Sun Devils, like I tell you, I know you're innovative. I know you're smart. You'll pay attention to the road. So you can stream it through your Bluetooth. Go to www.ksrnaz.com. Click listen live. Hit play, and there it is. Through your Bluetooth, you're driving and going to meet your friends for lunch. Maybe it's Friday. You're skipping out early. Maybe you're headed to one of the graduation ceremonies here at ASU. Maybe you're doing that. Hey, absolutely awesome. You can listen on the way. If you're going to graduation, you probably, don't want to listen to, might not listen, but you should. You can multitask. But get to where you're going. You're meeting lunch, meeting friends for some, early Friday drinks, lunch, and you're just not going back to the office. Rock on. That is a great thing. And that is a great thing. And you can watch when you get there. Keep listening or watch on the other avenues. But guys, when you're at the Casual Sports Radio Network website, subscribe to their socials. Again, Casual E has you covered when it comes to the Cardinals, the Diamondbacks, the Suns, the Mercury opening regular season opener tomorrow. Regular season opener, but home opener too. They will be back with the X Factor, which is again absolutely awesome. So yes, but Casual E has you covered with all that. And Diamondbacks, like I said too, the Cardinals, as we roll, the schedule just came out. The Cardinals have a their normal NFC West, opponents, and they actually do play the Cowboys on the road this year. I think they play the AFC West as well. But Casual E's got you covered with all that. So go to the website. And when you're there listening to Pitchfork Lunch, subscribe to their socials. And not only do you get phenomenal Sun Devil content, you get everything else that Casual E is offering you. So, that being said, it is just, again, absolutely awesome. But www.ksrnaz.com, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1, page opens up, click listen live, hit play, bam, good to go. Well, it is a big day, my friends. Big Friday. As well, baseball last night fell to Oklahoma State 6-2. Brody Briggs, man, just in the bottom of the ninth, almost sends it to extras. Well, almost ties it up. A chance to send, or top of the ninth. So a chance to send it to extras, but at least force Oklahoma State to bat in the bottom of the ninth. Almost hit the grand salami. ASU was down 6-1. They got one run in, and then bases are loaded up. And man, I tell you what, Brody Briggs almost. I mean, the defense, a little bit of Oklahoma State chipped in. I'll be honest, again, I'll be fair, but again, we know how talented this Sun Devils offense is. I mean, look, averaging over 9.5 runs. I think I mentioned this last week. They're averaging over 9 runs a game, or averaging 9 runs a game, and they scored 2 yesterday. So they've scored at least 2 runs in every game this year, averaging, like I said, but if you're averaging 9.5, you're obviously doing that. But when they had 1 run during the broadcast, I was listening, and they were saying that ASU, if they would have been held to 1 run, it would have been the obviously first time this season that they only scored 1 run. That they only scored 1 run. So again, absolutely phenomenal that they've put this offensive just explosion up. And I mean, again, it may have been the last month, but it's one of those things where yes, I mean, and Oklahoma State did have a 4-run 6th inning. Had a 4-run 6th inning, and it was or 4th inning, but so, but yeah, Oklahoma State had an inning, and the Devils maybe actually loaded the bases, I think, in the top of the 6th or 7th, top of the 7th. But either way, and had a chance, and again, couldn't get it across. I know that's a frustrating point, but man, how many times have they gotten it across this season, last month? So yeah, that's the tough part. But Oklahoma State's bullpen could be a basketball team. I mean, the 2 relievers when I was watching, they started out, one was 6'8", one was 6'7". I mean, or 6'5", but either way, like, yeah, it's they might help out the length of the Oklahoma State basketball team as well if they wanted to. But anyway, nonetheless, so they fall last night 6-2. Does baseball, but look, softball, they're opening up regionals today against San Diego State. Yeah, in the LA regional, as you know. Yeah, the LA bracket, as you see. So tonight at 7 p.m. on ESPN2, my friends, you guys can you guys will be able to check them out, as Kenzie Brown will be on the mound for the Devils. We know that much, as they open up against, like I said, the Aztecs of San Diego State. That's at 7 p.m. That's the second game, because the team hosting the regional, UCLA, they are playing UC Santa Barbara. They'll kick it off on ESPN Plus, actually, and that's at 4:30. 4:30, 7:30 Eastern time, at 4:30 here on the left coast. So ESPN Plus, UCLA, UC Santa Barbara. See how, and the winner of that game will take on, well, my thoughts, ASU, but I will say, out of respect, the winner of the ASU San Diego State game. And that'd be tomorrow at 2 o'clock local time. And then in the elimination bracket would be at 4:30 local time. So the two teams that dropped this first game, the opening games tonight, and then the winner will move on. You go 2-0, you advance to the championship game on the 18th, which is at 4:30 Eastern time. Then if the second game is needed, because it is double elimination, so if the team that's undefeated loses, then they play again, and that would be at 10 o'clock Eastern time, or basically half an hour after that first game were to end. But first things first, Devils got to take care of business against San Diego State tonight. Looking very, very forward to that as well, my friends. And then women's golf, they are starting. They are in Carlsbad, and they are starting nationals so far. They tee off at in 25 minutes, guys. 25 minutes. They will be teeing off from the Omni La Costa course in Carlsbad, California. But right now, let's see. There's quite a few teams out on the course, and but the Devils have not teed off yet. But let's see. Vanderbilt right now, they have the overall lead. They are 6 under. ASU's conference foes. ASU's conference foes, Oklahoma State, they are 3 under right now. And they're finishing up their Vanderbilt and Oklahoma State are very close to finishing up their rounds. Let's see, Vanderbilt has Vanderbilt, actually, they're done with their round. Oh, that's why they take the top 4 scores. All right, so yeah, that's -6. All right, so Vanderbilt's -6. Sorry, doing the math, thinking out loud, but they are done, actually. It looks like. Oh wait, Ava Merrill is the last player for Vanderbilt. She is playing the 18th right now, but they are, like I said, 6 under. Oklahoma State is at 3 under, and let's see, they have Marta Solchenko is the last player to She's playing 18 right now, and she is 1 under for the day. So yeah, they're 3 under, and they're just about to finish up. Or like I said, their last player. Solchenko is headed in. So, but yeah, for ASU, Oregon is teeing off as we speak. As is Florida State. But yeah, other teams that are in South Carolina is they just actually got started. So early on, they're 1 over. Tennessee's 4 over. And they're just about to finish up as well. But teams, Michigan State's in, and they're 6 over par for the day. Kansas is in, Big 12 foe. They're 9 over par for the day. Yeah, they're 9 over par for their first round. And yeah, so a bunch there. But ASU again, teeing off at 12:45. Grace Summerhays, Beth Coulter. Grace Summerhays tees off at 12:45, and then Beth Coulter tees off at 12:56. Paula Scholes-Hansen tees off at 1:07. Isla McDonald O'Brien tees off at 1:18, and then Patience Rhodes, she tees off at 1:29. She's got about another hour, but Grace Summerhays has about 20 minutes till she tees off. Oklahoma State, well, they birdied, so they are now 4 under. In the first round, I know I get geeked out about these scores, but yeah, so up there, yep, Oklahoma State 4 under. And you guys, look, it's going to be this Carlsbad course. They played it last year. They had a heck of a charge, if you'll recall, down the stretch. So again, a course that they can, and the 5, they have definitely the, they definitely have the team and the depth and just the whatever experience, whatever you want to say. This Sun Devils women's golf team, absolutely money. So yeah, they're getting set to tee off. Also, track and field, my friends. Are going on right now. Sorry, a little excited there. Yeah, they got started yesterday, and they go through tomorrow. So yes, that is going on. Yeah, so that is going on right now, and again, I will aim to get you. There's obviously Sun Devils competing, as you guys well know. But yes, we shall get to that as well. We shall get to that as well because, yeah, like I said, there's been some sick performances throughout this season. Like the women's javelin throw went final yesterday. Bunch of events. Again, we'll go through it. ASU events upcoming. Let's put it that way. Men's shot put final will be at 2:15. By the way, which the Devils have some representatives there. In Flight 1, they have Charlie Merritt and Hayden Bills. In Flight 2, the Brandon Lloyd. This young man absolutely crushing it. A 20:43. And that's meters wise. That's over about 67 feet. And that is the second biggest Zach Landa of the school down south. He threw a 20:64. So again, they're right there. So looking forward to Brandon Lloyd, who again will be throwing at I want to say 2:45. Yeah, that's let's see. Man shot, but yeah, 2:15. Sorry, 2:15. That's time for that. So anyway, so that's a lot going on. But we're gonna step aside. When I come back, we're gonna talk. More baseball. Get in depth today. I want to believe Jack Martinez is on the mound. See what they got to do because their first pitch today in Stillwater. By the way, they are at Oklahoma State. I know you guys know that, but just reminding you, their first pitch today is at 4:00 local time here. So that being said, 4 p.m. local time, they will be trying to see if they can bounce back. And again, if they can respond, 6-2 was the final last night. Very, 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 just maybe a foot. I would say no, like less than 2 feet away from being a tie game. Brody breaks, man, just so close. But nonetheless, yeah, 4 p.m. is first pitch there. So we're going to step aside, going to get into that, going to get into softball a little bit too, and then we will see, try and bring you a little more updates from women's golf. And if there's anything, like I said, Shop puts the next thing up for But yeah, so nonetheless, anyway, we'll step aside. Sorry. I know, bad Sun Devil on that point. But anyway, we'll step aside when we get back, though. Again, baseball, track, we will get into it. Obviously, women's golf, we'll see Grace Summerhays teeing off shortly. So we'll see what we can get from there. But nonetheless, stick around and more Pitchfork Lunch coming right up.
KSRN has an inside track on all things sports, with topics and opinions from former players and local personalities. Catch 15-year NFL veteran Ed Smith and Jay Adams on Easy Sports Talk every Saturday.
Unfortunately, with this back and these knees, I don't quite have that ability, or at least I use.
Are you good?
For all things Arizona Cardinals, tune in Monday nights with Casual E and Sean Conn.
Bird gang, I know it's another tough loss, but keep encouraged. We miss you, BA.
And now you can exclusively listen to former Arizona Cardinal Jeremy Bridges on his show, JB and Benny Blue Review.
Exactly.
Don't be dumb.
Sending the message out to the world.
Always relaying that message. Don't be dumb.
Yes, your guy, Benny Blue, comedian extraordinaire.
Exclusively on KSRN, Casual Sports Radio Network.
This is the sound of a racing heart. It's beating a little faster because it belongs to a young child. But this child isn't in the middle of a close soccer game or playing with her puppy in the yard. Her heart is racing because she's just been told she has to move foster homes again. Change a child's story. There's a child waiting for a volunteer like you. Learn how you can help at casaforchildren.org. This is the sound.
Got a big painting project you've been putting off because you don't think you can afford it? Well, it's time to call the team at Customer First Solutions. Customer First is your one-stop shop for all home repairs, from full interior and exterior painting to handyman services, drywall repair, electrical, and plumbing. Customer First has the most competitive prices in the Valley. Your flat rate quote is based on the square footage of your home, and that includes wall repair. All Customer First technicians are licensed, bonded, and fully background checked for your assurance. Call or text Customer First Solutions at 480-877-0255 for your free quote. Customer First Solutions, where our customers and their homes are our first priority.
This is the sound of a racing heart. It's beating a little faster because it belongs to a young child. But this child isn't in the middle of a close soccer game or playing with her puppy in the yard. Her heart is racing because she's just been told she has to move foster homes again. Change a child's story. There's a child waiting for a volunteer like you. Learn how you can help at casaforchildren.org.
KSRN has an inside track on all things sports, with topics and opinions from former players and local personalities. Catch 15-year NFL veteran Ed Smith and Jay Adams on Easy Sports Talk every Saturday.
Unfortunately, with this back and these knees, I don't quite have that ability, or at least I use.
For all things Arizona Cardinals, tune in Monday nights with Casual E and Sean McConnell.
Bird Gang, I know it's another tough loss, but keep encouraged. We miss you, BA.
And now you can exclusively listen to former Arizona Cardinal Jeremy Bridges on his show, JB and Benny Blue Review.
Exactly.
Don't be dumb.
Sending a message out to the world.
Always relaying that message. Don't be dumb.
Yes, your guy, Benny Blue, comedian extraordinaire.
Exclusively on KSRN, Casual Sports Radio Network.
You are listening to the best internet radio station on the web, KSRN, Arizona.
Yes, for those of you listening on KSRN, you are listening to the greatest internet radio station on the web. I am Michael Caratunito at Diablo00 on X, the artist formerly known as the Twitter, as you guys know. Check out Pitchfork Lunch Live there every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. My IG, michael.caratunito.5. Yes, it's there, as you guys know. And also the YouTube channel. You can go to YouTube. You see my name, but it's M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ 005 at MVC005 on YouTube, guys. And subscribe, because you have missed a plethora of phenomenal Sun Devil content, con reviews, everything. It is all there, and you can, like I said, binge watch season 1, and then binge watch season 2, any of what you've missed. And then when season 3 kicks off, guys, it's right around the corner. When season 3 kicks off, guess what? You'll be all caught up. See, and it's all good. It's all good there. So, nonetheless, that is that. And then also on the Casual Sports Radio Network, www.ksrnaz.com. We're around the world, man. We are around the world, as it should be, spreading the Sun Devil the content, pushing the Sun Devil content, but spreading the championship just energy around on the Casual Sports Radio Network, as we are, again, all around the globe. So that in and of itself, my friends, absolutely phenomenal. So, but yes, hey, look, got a little extra for you. Check this out. That's Patience Rhodes at the ASU Ping Invitational. And then you saw it on the way in, but hey, you know what? We'll do it again. Crush that. Looking for that tonight against San Diego State, my friends, because that is what's up next. So for them regionals, the LA Regional, again, back in the postseason where we're accustomed to Sun Devil softball being, as we are for Sun Devil baseball as well. But yeah, baseball after last night, so they are now 35-19 overall, 18-10 in conference play, 26-9 at home, 9-9, back to 500 on the road, but looking to keep it above 500. You want to be at 500 or above on the road. So, that is where they are at. And then we look at the up-to-date baseball standings in the Big 12 after last night's games, because there were obviously last weekend of Big 12 play. So West Virginia, they are now 19-7. ASU or TCU's 18-10, as is ASU and Kansas. Although I don't get it because they have TCU above ASU. They're 36-16, ASU 35-19, like I said, but they took 2 out of 3 from TCU. I'm not thrilled about them being listed above them, but whatever, neither here nor there. And then Kansas, who is 18-10 below them. And then you have Arizona, K-State at 16-12. And then Cincy's 15-13. Oklahoma State down 13-12. Houston 12-15. Texas Tech 12-16. Baylor 12-16 as well. BYU's 9-19. UCF is 8-20, and Utah 7-21 in conference play on the season. But the Devils now listed as third, even though they have the same conference record as TCU, but yet took 2 out of 3 from TCU. And by the way, just so you know, West Virginia, they are playing Kansas right now, right? Yeah. And yeah, West Virginia lost last night in Morgantown 3-0 to Kansas. So that's a bummer for ASU, because if they could have won, they still would have been right there for winning the Big 12. But now, now you have to look at it. Even if Kansas loses, or West Virginia loses the next 2, if they get swept, they would be 19-9. Kansas would finish at 20-10. So I don't know how that would go, but anyway, and if ASU wins the next 2, they would also finish at 20-10. So just playing for that first round bye, or not having to play in the, I guess you could say, quarterfinals of the Big 12 baseball tournament, which is in Arlington next week, as you guys know. But yeah, I just so those are the up-to-the-date standings in the Big 12 in baseball is what they have. But, man, you look at last night, too, by the way. Ben Jacobs got the start. ASU scored first, by the way, too. They had runners. They scored, it was 1-0 in the top of the first. And they had runners on, and unfortunately, just couldn't push more across. But Oklahoma State tied it up, made it 1-1. In the bottom of the second, that's when Oklahoma State had the big inning. They had 4. They scored 4, I should say. They had 4. They had more than 4. They had 4. And it was Bruggerman that homered. He capped off the Oh, he homered in the 5th. Sorry. There was a bases-loaded walk in the 2nd. There was a double that scored 2 runs, a 2-run double in the 2nd. So they got 4 runs in the 2nd. In the 5th, Bregman hit a home run to add to it. In the 9th, Isaiah Jackson had an infield single, which scored Matt King, and then the bases got loaded up. And like I said, Brody Briggs, who was 1 for 4 last night, flied out. But Matt King, again, 3 for 4 last night, 1 RBI, 1 run scored. Brandon Compton got a hit, and he was 1 for 3 with a walk. Jacob Tobias, 0 for 4 last night. Jax Ryan, 0 for 2. Isaiah Jackson was 1 for 4 with an RBI that I told you about. But yeah, 9 for 34 last night, and just like I said, 2 runs on 9 hits. All right. I mean, Oklahoma State had they scored 6 runs, but it was on 7 hits. So, and yeah, and when I was watching last night, Ben Jacobs went 5 innings. He gave up 7 hits, 6 runs, all of them earned. But he did. It's just so crazy because it's baseball. Yes, it can happen. But he turns around. He had 8 strikeouts and 2 walks. He threw 98 pitches yesterday, and then Wyatt Halverson went 1 1/3, no runs, no earned runs, 2 Ks, 1 walk. Sean Fitzpatrick was throwing some nasty stuff. He went 2/3 of an inning, and no hits, no runs, 1 K, no walks. And then Eli Buxton went 1 inning, and again, 0 for him. I mean, 11 Ks and 3 walks. And you figure from a pitching standpoint, you're like, yeah, they're going to get hits. But when you have double-digit Ks, you're thinking, all right. And, I mean, the contrary, Oklahoma State, I mean, ASU had 8 strikeouts and 2 walks. So, I mean, but, yeah, it was Ben Jacobs. I mean, I'm not going to say I mean, he hit some spots where, I mean, I don't think he was off. I'm saying off last night because I hate saying the word off, but yeah, I mean, there was a few, the second inning, like I said, got to him a little bit here and there, but he bounces back, like I said, and yeah, he bounces back, and he has 11 Ks. Or 8 Ks, pardon me, 8 Ks. No, 11. No, 8. Yeah, no, I was right. He had 8. They had 11 as a team. But his stuff, I mean, he falls to 3-3 now. His stuff has just been, he's been that guy. He's gotten off to those starts. And yeah, like I said, some team just has an inning. You try and bounce back. But again, ASU putting up they bookended it. 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 9th. Yeah, it was tough like that. But, I mean, I look at, like I said, and tonight I want to say that Jack Martinez will be on the mound, guys. And for Martinez, like, this is a guy, like, and they both him and Jacobs, huge, plus on strikeouts to walks. But, again, they can trust his defense. This defense is an aspect of the game. I mean, I know I've talked about it a little bit. I mean, Isaiah Jackson in center field, whether the hitting wasn't, last year, I mean, it was tough, because he just patrols center field like it should be patrol, like every coach manager would want center field to be patrolled. And I mean, the plays he's made defensively, and the ground he covers, some of these, pop out / line outs are like, oh, that's going to get down. And there's Isaiah Jackson right under the ball. Under it or getting to it and making the play. Like defensively, like I said, what they've done, and yeah, losing New Contradas, at third, a little tough. Jax Ryan though, very solid. I mean, third baseman to put there in you say relief, you say backup in relief of New Contradas, but that's tough. That's going to be. Um, yeah, so I mean that's when you're playing defense like that, and like they can, and yeah, I mean you're not kicking the ball. So Oklahoma State in that ninth inning, guys. I mean, yes, some of it was there's some error. There's an error on a throw, and it felt so bad for it was Landon Harrison who had gotten ahead and then rounded first big, and then like the throw. It was an error on the throw, and it flies past the first baseman, but it goes towards the ASU dugout, and it hits the bottom so hard it bounces back, and the catcher who's backing the play up like he should be doing, literally like it comes to him and he gets it over to first, and Harrison, who had is going to be safe, ends up, of course, being out. But yep. Well, Grace Summerhays should be. Looks like she's out on the course. Hasn't started at 10, but teed off at 12:45. But obviously they're not at the end of 10 yet, so I have no update there. But yes, on some scores, Vanderbilt went to 6 under, Oklahoma State 4 under, Arkansas. They're starting off fast. They are 2 under, and their players are on 1 through 4. And both Oklahoma State and Vanderbilt are done for the day, by the way. And then Stanford is, 1 under for the Cardinals so far. So, but yeah, these the Devil Summerhays looks like she's starting her round on 10 today. Because again, when you have that many playing, you're gonna do 1 and 10. As I know, you Sun Devil aficionados, don't have big golf aficionados, know that. But yeah, so no update from there. And don't have much in the way of track and field because a lot of it again is getting going this afternoon. Yeah, so I mean, you got 3 reps in shot put to the Devils, headlined by Brandon Lloyd, who's again just been on a tear, guys, in the shot put, on a tear this season. So nothing to update there. Softball, like I said, guys, you know it. It's They are 7 p.m. ESPN2. They'll be taking on San Diego State in LA, playing where obviously the Bruins' home softball field, as the Bruins are the host of it. You know what? And by the way, I'm going to tell you where other Big 12 schools are in the. Look, Oregon and Stanford are in the Eugene regional. Obviously, Oregon hosting it, but Stanford in the ACC now. So yeah, that's interesting. But other Big 12 schools that we have. Texas Tech is hosting, no surprise, right? The Lubbock Regionals, and they have Washington, Mississippi State, and Brown. So that's getting underway today as well, too. The team down south is hosting the Tucson Regional, which has Santa Clara, Ole Miss, and GCU. And then Oklahoma State is in the Fayetteville Regional out of the Big 12. And then LSU and Nebraska are in the Baton Rouge Regional. Not Big 12 there. And then let's see. UCF is in the Austin Regional with obviously Texas, Michigan, and Eastern Illinois. And then the Durham Regional has Duke and Georgia in it, and then Coastal Carolina and Howard. But yeah, that's it for Big 12 schools. So we have obviously ASU, like I said, Texas Tech, team down south, Oklahoma State, UCF. And yeah, so 5 schools from the Big 12. Get into that more on Monday, but nonetheless, again, guys, 7 p.m. ESPN2. Be in front of your TVs, or if you're in the LA area, I mean, come on, Sun Devil fans, get on out there. You know, obviously they'll have their fans there. There are fans there, which is phenomenal, awesome. Forks up to that. But yes, so that is 7 p.m. is what they are doing. Today. So, yeah. But that's going to do it. See if there's any. Let's see if there's any. Any update? Nothing on Summer Haze yet, so trying to get you something, gosh, when we get off here. But and the men, as you know, they're headed back too, aiming for. And I know I tell you this, but again, efforting with scheduling and everything, efforting 2 awesome guests to kick off the week, Monday and Tuesday next week. So we shall see what happens there. But again, working for that. So well, that's it, my friends. That is going to do it for Friday. This Friday, again, track. And I know, I'm pretty sure you can check that out on ESPN Plus. I did see a listing yesterday, so you can go to the Big 12 Championships on ESPN Plus again in Lawrence, Kansas, and again 2:15 today, so an hour and 15 minutes from now. Brandon Lloyd will be he'll be starting. He's in the second flight, so you'll have a little bit of time. But again, still 2 Devils in the first flight. See how they can do in the shot put. And again, I'll have a review. Hopefully, I'm not going to promise, but I should have some highlights as well. So anyway, that is going to be, but yeah, from track and then softball, obviously we'll have that. Baseball, we'll see how they finish up as they get ready for, like I said, the Big 12 tournament in Arlington. So again, very exciting. Women's golf, we'll know where they finish up. We'll know where they finish up. We'll know where they finish up. Yeah, where they finish up, because for the women, they go today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Oh, and Monday. Oh, no. Today, tomorrow, Sunday. And then I want to say, is it 4 rounds? Because I want to say match play. Like, oh, hold on. Let me look at one thing. Yeah, so for men's golf, yeah, so it is actually 4 rounds of stroke play. Yeah, so they go today, tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday. And then Tuesday and Wednesday would be match play. They do that too. So there will be championship team, a championship player crown in stroke play, and then match play. We will have that as well too. So just giving you the heads up there. But yes, we'll keep you up to date. We'll let you know what's going on. Nonetheless, everybody have a phenomenal rest of your Friday. I will see you Monday. Be safe out there. And like the reigning Big 12 champs, women's volleyball always reminded me, #our state, because it is our state, team down south. Just realize that. hashtag our state, and you guys know it. Have a phenomenal weekend. Root for the Devils, baseball, softball, track, golf. It is all there. Congratulations again to all the grads, and I will see you Monday, same bat time, same bat channel. And yes, you know it. As always, forks up.
I went to Arizona State. Right. I'm a Sun Devil, man.
The 27-yard line. That's a great call, too. Blaine Baker, Plummer will put it up, throws over the middle. Touchdown. Quick flag.
That's away. Trying to center off with Eckerly, and he just missed the net. O'Reilly with the shot. Far down, he scored.
Come from behind for a month. Now with the lead, they're getting a little wobbly. Philadelphia, they won't get it. Wow.
Edwards pulls up and buries a flag.
Shot for